Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking to a couple about Primerica. It's actually going to be a financial needs analysis appointment. Everything we're going to be doing is going to be geared towards motivating the couple to want to have a financial needs analysis done on their particular situation. So that's what we'll be talking about today, how you do that, the questions you ask, and I think you're going to enjoy it. How you doing, Martin?
Great,
Dr.
great.
Lamarck, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Denise, nice to meet you. Thank you for having me in your home. I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to, we have a mutual friend now in the Jimenez's, right?
Oh, yeah.
Juan and
Juan and
Viviana.
Viv,
They're the
yeah.
ones that referred me to you. And
Right.
I know you guys have a good relationship, and I wanted you guys to know, first of all, that, I know you guys have a trust between you, and I told them I
Yes,
wouldn't do anything to
absolutely.
violate that trust. I was going to take good care of you. I wasn't going to, cause you any,
You said you'd take care of us.
Yeah, I'm not going to, this is going to be really casual, real comfortable, and I'm not going to do anything that's going to offend you in any way. I want you to know that.
Okay.
And then the second thing is, I know you guys are really busy. You've got 2 young children. You both have careers going. You're going 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
Time is valuable for people like you, and I'm not going to waste your time. In fact, the stuff I'm going to share with you is going to just really, really going to be exciting for you. It's going to help you in a significant way. And by the time we get done, I think you're going to see that, and you're going to be really glad that we got together. And then lastly, I'm going to, when we finally put something together, it's going to be very customized. One of the things that I feel good about our company is that we don't do a one-size-fits-all. It's not cookie cutter. Everybody that we sit down with, we take their particular situation into consideration, and we do something, customized to where you guys are now and where you want to be in the future financially. Okay, because I'm sure that having some sort of a plan and knowing where you're going is that important to you guys?
Very.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
important. Okay,
Yeah.
well then this is going to be really fun. And I want you to, as we're going through this, I've done this hundreds and hundreds of times, so what ends up happening sometimes, I might go through something that's new to you and it doesn't quite make sense. I want you to feel really comfortable to ask questions if something's not clear, because if it's not clear, then we're going to have a challenge. You're going to feel uneasy, and I don't want you to feel uneasy, okay? So anything comes up and it doesn't make sense, please ask away. So would you mind if I ask you, I want to first of all, I want to be able to do something for you that accomplishes exactly what you want. That's the whole point of this exercise, to get you guys from where you are right now financially to where you really want to be in the future. Okay, that's what everything that we're going to do is going to be revolving around.
Okay.
And accomplish all your goals, all your dreams that you have in those areas. So what I'd like you to do is allow me to ask you some questions. Just kind of get to know you a little bit better. Would you mind if I did that?
No,
Okay,
go
great.
ahead.
What do you do right now, Martin? What's your?
I work at Frito-Lay.
Frito-Lay.
Yeah,
Okay.
delivering chips, all
Oh,
over
you
the
stock the
place.
stores and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're driving all over
I
the
drive
city.
a truck and I do sales and all kinds of things.
So you have to talk to people about carrying more of your stuff and
Yeah, basically, selling the chips in the stores and, merchandising, loading the truck up. I mean, you name it.
everything.
Yeah, from getting it from the warehouse to the store.
Is that physically demanding sometimes?
Yeah, it can be.
Must
A
be
lot of
rough in the
hours.
summertime when it's
Oh my
100
God.
degrees, right?
Yeah, my truck's like 115 degrees inside.
So you see
Made out
yourself.
of aluminum. So
Oh
it's
my goodness
definitely
sakes! Do you see yourself doing that forever?
No way, man.
So if there was a way for you to break out of that and do better, you would obviously entertain that, right?
Yeah, I would look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Fantastic. What do you like about it?
I like that my boss isn't with us.
Oh, you're kind of on your own.
Yeah, I'm on my own all day long. I
good.
just go into the warehouse in the morning, see him for a few minutes, and then I'm out of there.
Right.
And then I could get done, early sometimes if I wanted to, and I just deal with my own customers and I don't have anybody looking over my shoulder. I like the freedom of it.
That's good. What do you dislike about it?
Everything else.
So that would be the money,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the money could be more.
the
Yeah.
hours,
The hours. kind of
working for a company.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had your way, would you rather work for a company or work for yourself?
No, work for myself.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is that something you've thought about in the
Yeah,
past?
I've thought of actually starting my own businesses, several times, but they just never panned out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No guidance and stuff like that.
But you're obviously really open to that if the
Yeah,
opportunity was
yeah,
right,
If it
right?
was feasible, I
Okay.
would entertain it.
All right, great. And how about you, Denise? What do you do?
I'm a bank teller.
Bank teller. Great. How long have you been doing that?
About 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you love it?
No, I don't. I don't like the hours, and my biggest fear is getting robbed.
Oh, wow,
'Cause we've
yeah.
had a couple
Yeah.
robberies.
Oh, wow, that's scary,
And
yeah.
that's very scary, especially
Yeah.
having 2 kids.
Yeah, Right. And I mean, I don't know. Some women like to be career women. Some would rather be home more and kind of take care of their children. Where is that? Where do you fit in there?
I'd like to be home more, getting involved with the kids.
So if Martin was able to make a lot more money, then you would love to stay home.
Definitely, I would
Right.
love it.
Yeah. And
I
would you
can't
like?
work any more hours.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, but if that were possible, that would be the best of all worlds, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, I think I'm going to be able to help you. I think we're going to get along really well. It's going to be
Great.
fun.
Okay.
Okay. So can I ask you guys a question? What's really most important to you? Is it your, usually there's, three things. Work, could it be work? Would it be your spiritual life, or would it be your family? I mean, if you could categorize which is most important, which would it be for you guys?
I would say it's our spiritual life and then our family.
And then your
Yes,
family.
definitely.
Then work would be
All right.
last.
All right. Great. Okay. So then I guess you would, if I were to ask you if it was unimportant or important or very important to, provide financial security for family, you'd say
Very.
Very
very,
important.
very
Yes.
important. Okay, great. So I want you guys to dream a little bit right now, because one of the things I find when I'm meeting with people, they're in their jobs and they're living week to week. They take a 2 or 3 week vacation. They kind of stop dreaming, really dreaming big, because a lot of the stuff that they would really like to have doesn't seem feasible.
Right.
Okay. But I want you to think, what would it be like if money weren't an issue for you guys? If you guys, all of a sudden you had, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year coming into your household. Okay.
Wow.
Where would you guys live?
Not here.
Yeah.
I'd live by the water.
Yeah.
By the-
Probably
Somewhere.
Newport Beach,
Newport,
Santa
yeah,
Barbara.
definitely.
Somewhere where
Yeah.
there's water. Okay.
Yeah.
Clean air.
Clean
yeah.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about cars? I mean, I don't know. I like cars. I mean, you guys have some ideal cars
Yes.
that you'd like to have that
Range
don't make
Rover.
sense right now. Range Rover. Oh,
Range
those are
Rover,
awesome.
Yeah,
When you-
love those.
Something fast like a Bentley or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
something. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
sleek and sexy
Yeah,
looking.
the GT Continental. That's what you
definitely,
want. All right,
definitely.
good. Those are awesome cars. How about travel? Is travel something you guys would like to do
Oh,
more
yeah,
of?
Definitely.
Tahiti, something we'd
Tahiti,
definitely.
Bora
Europe.
Bora, Europe.
Yep.
Europe, all those
Hawaii.
things.
All
over the world.
And you haven't done those because
Well, obviously
doesn't
the
fit
money.
into the budget
Jobs,
yet.
Finances,
Money and
yeah.
time.
Money and time. Okay, so you really want more money and more time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, good, fantastic. And you have 2 kids, and their
Yes.
ages are
15 and 9.
15 and 9. So 15 and 9, they're not that far away from going away to college, right?
No.
My daughter's like 3
3
years
years
away.
away.
Oh boy, so that's
yeah.
creeping up
Clock is
quick,
ticking.
right? So you have a
Yeah.
plan for that right now, kind of, or
Not really.
Not really.
We don't have anything set. It's
We have
just
little
You-
seeds for her.
But you want to do more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If money were an issue, would you guys, are you the kind of parents that would like to take care of their education costs, or do you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. So that's important to you. So we could find a way to do that. That would really be important.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
definitely going to school.
Okay.
So.
Fabulous. All right. And then, again, if money were an issue, what kinds of things do you feel charitable towards? Like, could be anything, church or
definitely church.
church.
Our families.
Your family.
Definitely
Yeah,
families.
They need help.
Definitely use more money.
Yeah, anything that has to do with children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Boys and Girls Club. I mean, there's all
Right,
kinds of
anything we
stuff.
can help with.
Abused kids, etc. All right, good. All right, so that's awesome. And then hobbies and recreation. Like, what do you guys enjoy doing in your free time? I mean, you guys have things that you have.
I know I like to shop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
a great
her
hobby. Yeah, that's good.
Just a
Yeah.
little bit too much.
Yeah. Would you like to do more?
Oh yeah, definitely
Yeah, right,
more.
great. And then you
There's
got a
always-
daughter. I'm sure that's.
Oh, yeah.
That's you guys are a
Yeah.
team, right?
Yeah, we're a team.
Yeah. And how about you? What do you
I'd
like
like
doing?
to play more golf.
Golf,
Yeah,
okay,
and I
good.
like water sports too. So.
Good. Maybe have a boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jet skis,
Jet
things like
skis.
that.
Yeah, good. I'm a golf nut too, so
Yeah, I love golf.
yeah, we got to get out there and do it sometime.
Oh, that'd be great.
So, would you guys say you're on track for your ideal retirement age right now? I mean, based on what your current situation
I
is.
mean, we're saving a little bit of money in the 401ks and stuff, but I have no clue.
You don't have like a formalized plan
No.
and everything
No.
right now. Obviously, that would be something you'd want to have if you could have that, right?
Definitely,
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Well, we're going to help you with that tonight. That's
Oh,
going to be really
okay.
exciting. Okay. So, based on what you guys want to do, the beach home and all the different things that we just talked about, what do you think that would cost a year to live that way?
$500,000 easy.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
you're.
easy.
I
Yeah,
think.
to
I
have
think
those
you're
kind of
right. And
companies.
so
Yeah.
obviously, is a chance to do that? What you guys are doing now is it
No.
No.
0? So that if I could present something that would, that's viable, that would allow you to get to that place at some point in the not too distant future, would you be really open to giving something like that a shot?
Yeah, I mean, it would depend on what it was, but yeah. I
Right, as
think
long
I
as it
think
was
would be
legal, ethical,
Yeah,
moral,
sure.
and you felt like you could do it, and there was a
Yeah.
market for it, then would it be fair to say that you'd be open to giving something like that a shot?
Sure.
Definitely.
Okay, good. We want to talk about that too. Hey guys, I just wanted to interject here what I just did with Martin and Denise. One of the main things that you're doing when you're asking these questions is a little informal interview. I have it written out here, but I think what you want to do is you want to just talk to them in a conversational manner like I did, because what I wanted to find out is do they really love what they're doing right now, and would they consider making a change if the opportunity presented itself and they felt like they could do it. I want to know that. I want to know how they feel about that. The other thing I want to really know if they're, how important their family is to them, so that what we can find out there is if they're really serious about their family's financial future, they're going to be really serious about going ahead and doing a financial needs analysis and getting a plan in order. So I want to know that, and then I want to know what they want, what their dreams are, what their aspirations are. If I can find out what their dreams are and I can get them to see that I can help them get that, and get them to believe that they can do it here, I'm not going to have any problem recruiting them. We're going to be able to recruit them without any effort at all. So I want to know what that is, because I'm going to constantly refer to some of these things. As I do the presentation, you're going to see me go back and refer to some of the things I found out, the information I found out during that initial little interview process. So pay attention to that as I'm doing this. And the next segment, we're going to be talking, actually doing the presentation and sharing with them what we do and why it's fantastic and why they should do it. And then we're going to motivate them to want to do an F&A. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to kind of just tell you a little bit about our company, what we do, who we are, what we do, and then of course we're going to talk about doing a financial needs analysis and getting you guys, a plan going and moving you towards being debt-free, financial independent, and having the kind of life that you guys talked about, that you dreamed about. All right, and I'm going to be tying that in here. So we're Primerica. That's the name of our company. You can see right there it says we have serve over 6 million clients in the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, Spain, the U.K. A lot of people obviously trust us. We have a very large client base, so that's significant. We're the largest financial service marketing organization in North America. We have, I think it's approaching 150,000 representatives now, and we've been around for quite some time, since 1977. So, we didn't just start last week, right? We've been here a while. We're the largest mutual fund sales force in North America with 28,000 people who do that. One of the largest marketers of term life in insurance for more than a decade, and when we're a member of Citigroup. Citigroup's our parent company. I don't know how familiar, are you guys familiar with Citigroup?
Is that like Citibank?
Well, Citibank is one of the subsidiaries of Citigroup. Citigroup's the parent company. Right. They own Citibank.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a huge company. Has more than $1 trillion in assets. It's the number one company in the world in terms of assets. It's ranked number one on the Forbes Global 2000. That's been for the last several years. It's the number one company. Of all the millions of companies that do business in the world, it's the number one company in the planet Earth. Wow. Pretty powerful statement, right?
Yeah,
that's huge.
It's listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol C, so if you want to look it up, you can look it up under C. Okay. And it's one of the Dow Jones Industrial Average stocks, which basically means every day, when you hear the Dow was up or the Dow was down, you hear that in the news.
All the time.
What that is, that's a group of companies. There's 30 companies that represent different industries. Like Microsoft represents the technology industry. In the financial service industry, Citigroup was chosen to represent all of the financial service industry. So it's really a prestigious thing to be part of that. So lots of credibility. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Huge company. Yeah. One of the things that we find out is that are you in a crisis? There's a lot of programs out there trying to help the poor, and the rich, of course, don't need any help. They've got financial planners and all that sort of thing. Yeah. And we've discovered who's helping the middle market, who's helping, the people that really are the fabric of society that kind of make the whole country go, right? And the answer is nobody's helping them right now, really. And our goal is to help, middle America families like yours, and that's our market. We don't deal with the super rich. We deal with the middle market, a market that's been ignored. They're hard, they're hardworking, but they're kind of struggling to get ahead often. Sometimes they're forced to give up their dreams, kind of like we talked about your dreams, right? Right. You're thinking, with my current income, that's never going to happen, even though you'd like for that to happen. Well, I'm going to show you when we get done here how I'm going to be able to help you get all those things. Wow. Okay? I mean, in a not very long period of time. And they're trying to keep hope alive. Families like yours, you guys deserve better. And you work hard. You're not lazy. You're good people. Right. You deserve a lot more, right? So we're going to help you get that. Did you know that no one wants to help the majority who need it the most? Many financial professionals won't take on customers with portfolios of less than $50,000. So if you went to go see, a broker at Dean Witter or Merrill Lynch or something like that, they won't talk to you typically if you have less than $50,000 to invest with them. And in fact, it's actually, in most cases, it's $250,000, actually more than that. So who's going to help the average family? That would be us. That would be us. We're really proud of that fact, by the way. And if you look at this is what the market that's being ignored. Wall Street snubs small accounts, brokers get no commission for minimum asset level. That means they don't get paid on smaller accounts. That's why they don't want to deal with people that don't have a lot of money, because they don't get paid if the people don't have a lot. So they just push those people away and let them fend for themselves. More and more agents prefer to focus on the affluent because they feel like there's more more money per person, right? They need the middle income markets. The need in the middle income markets, however, greatly exceeds the industry capacity to adequately serve these markets. That's an important little comment there, right? The reason why that's important is that middle market has a lot of needs. They need to save for retirement. They need to get out of debt. They need mortgages. They need to save for their children's college retirement, and no one's helping them. And so what we do is we fill that need, but we need a lot more people to help us service that group of people. And that's the business part of what I'm talking about, okay? Does that make sense? There's such a gigantic need for what we do, and there's not anywhere close to being enough people to serve those people, which creates an amazing business opportunity. If you learned how to do this and you went in, because I heard this comment a long time ago, this is really, really true, that money flows. You want to make more money, right? You want to know how to make more money?
Yes.
Money flows to those people who solve other people's most pressing problems. What could be more pressing than your financial situation?
Right.
So if you can go in and help people solve their financial situations, right, that's how you can make a lot of money. Right. And we have an incredible system designed to allow someone like you, a couple like you, to start a business of their own and do that. And help yourself at the same time. Help people and help yourself. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
All right, good. So there's a debt crisis. One of the things that's a big issue is consumer debt's doubled in the past 10 years. Americans with credit card debt have an average balance of $9,300. In Southern California, it's like 3 to 4 times that amount, right? I don't know what your situation is, but my experience is it's a lot more than $9,300.
Yeah, that's not that much.
Almost 1 out of 5 only make the minimum monthly payments, and bankruptcies are a record level as people finance their lifestyles with debt. I mean, it's scary. Savings crisis, the personal savings rate is falling more than 10% in the 80s, -%. It means that people are spending more money than they earn. They're actually spending more than they earn. The last time we had a -% savings rate was during the Great Depression. Now it's negative. I'll show you that in a second. And almost all workers think they're going to be still working at age 65 or older. Do you want to be one of those?
No way.
No, then you've got to have a plan. If you're not gonna be there, you have to have a plan, and you've got to implement that plan. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Okay? All right.
Yes.
All right. So look at this. As debt goes up, savings in the 90s, right? The average, credit card debt in the household was $2,900. So from 1990 to 2005, it's going up to $9,300. The average savings rate in 90 was 7, and actually went up, peaked at 10% right around 92, 93. But as debt went up, savings went right down. In 05, the average American saved a -1.1%, which means they actually spent more than they made.
Yeah, credit cards.
Yeah,
Right?
you can see, so that's a big challenge, right? Debt's a major issue. And so we also have a protection crisis. We have a solution for that, by the way. Okay, we're going to show you. I'm going to show you that. Protection crisis. Without adequate life insurance, many families will experience financial devastation upon the death of a loved one. Do you guys have life insurance right now?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Her brother sold us a policy.
Do you know if it's the exact correct amount or not?
I have no idea. I don't even know.
I'm not even sure how much coverage we have.
You're not even, so you don't know if it's right or not.
No.
Obviously, you'd want to make yourself feel comfortable and make sure that your family will be protected. You want to know the exact right amount, right?
I mean, he told us that that's what we needed, so
Right.
we just went
But
with
you
it.
haven't checked that for a while.
No.
Not for a long time.
Okay,
We
so
had
then
like
one of the
5
things we're going to do
years.
is we're going to check that and make
Okay.
sure. Okay. Extras recommend coverage 8 to 12 times your annual income. I don't know if it's that amount. My experience is probably a lot less than 8 to 10, 12 times, and that's what you actually need. 59% of households have no individual life insurance at all. This is kind of, I mean, you guys don't fit in here, but from a business standpoint, this is really big because this is a huge market for us. I mean, so since most people don't have it, that means they need it, right? It presents a tremendous business opportunity as well. Okay, 44% of households believe they need more life insurance, so there's that as well. So if something happened to you, would your family's future be secure? You're not quite
Yeah,
sure
we're
about
not
that.
sure.
Okay, we're going to make sure. And what we found out, most people, you guys, just they don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. And it's a cliche, you've heard that before. The problem for most people, and I don't know your situation, but I imagine it's something like this. You know, you have life insurance with one company, you have a bank account with another, you have some installment loans with another, you have maybe, you know, retirement 401. You guys have 401ks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you may have a 401k with your work. The problem with that, and you have a mortgage with what, like
Countrywide.
Countrywide. Okay, so you've got all these different companies that you're doing business with financially, but they're all different, and none of them are talking to each other.
Right.
So they're not on the same page, and the problem with that is there's no, it's not congruent. So what you want to do is you want to have it so that all of them are on the same page, talking to each other, so you're not doing things that are inappropriate or not correct for your particular situation. The way that you do that is you put together a plan, okay? All right, and that's what we're going to do tonight, all right? We're going to do that. And the plan is, it's called the financial needs analysis. It's got 3 things to it. It's customized, like I mentioned earlier. It's exactly going to be customized to you. It's confidential, so no one's going to get this information. No one's going to see it. It's just between you and us, right? And then it's complimentary. Almost. You see, we don't charge a monetary fee for our services. What we're going to do in lieu of charging you money for helping you put your financial, plan together, we're going to ask you that you give us 10 referrals of people that you really care about, people that you want to see their financial future to be taken care of, much like we're going to do for you tonight. In addition to that, if you look at this little letter, what I'm going to ask you to do is to write a little postscript on this letter that basically what it's doing, it's introducing us to these people that you're referring us to. And so that when I call them, it's not going to be a surprise. They're going to know that this call's coming, and they're going to have somebody like you they respect that's referring them. So it's going to make the transition and that process much easier for them and for us. Tonight, all I'm going to ask for are the names of these people. Okay, I'm not going to ask for the addresses or the phone numbers. I just want the names. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do anything with the names if I don't have the phone numbers and the addresses. So all I wanted is the names. What I'm going to do with the financial needs analysis, I'm going to earn the right to have you give me the addresses and the phone numbers of these people. I'm going to earn that through what I'm going to do for you. When you see through this FNA and it does all the things I'm telling you it's going to do, it's going to help you get debt free, it's going to help you get financial independent, it's going to help you put your kids through school if that's something that's important to you. It's going to help you just get where you want to go financially. Once you see that and you feel comfortable and you're excited about that, at that point, I'm going to ask you for the phone numbers and the addresses of these people. Does that work for you?
Yes.
All right, great. So what we're going to do then is we're going to, this right here is the input. And we're going to go and I'm just going to ask you questions. We're going to fill all this information. It's going to take probably about 15 to 20 minutes, all right? And kind of like the thing about this financial needs analysis is, I don't know if you've ever heard of it has to do with computers, it's called garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
So if you put bad input in, you get garbage out. So if you put good input in, you get you get what you need. Right. So it's important as we fill this out that it's really good information, accurate information. The more accurate it is, the better financial needs analysis I'm going to be able to do for you, and the easier it's going to be for us to help you get from where you are right now to where you want to go. Because what this really is going to be, this is going to be like a roadmap. Right? This is what it's going to look like when it's done, this financial needs analysis, okay? It's going to have your name prepared especially for, and it's going to be in color, and it's going to have a blueprint for where you are right now, and then, retirement solution. We're going to talk about all that detail. Your debt, we're going to look at that. We're going to show you how to get rid of all your debt as quickly as possible. We're going to talk about how to manage that debt. And then we're going to talk about education, because you said that was important. Right. So we're going to put together a little plan on how we're going to get your kids through college without too much stress, right? And then if there's any other goals and dreams like the boat, the jet skis, and some of the things that you want to accomplish, I'm going to show you how you can accomplish all those things. Wow. Okay. One of the things we're going to find out, because you guys have some pretty big dreams and goals, okay, is that you're going to need to make considerably more income than you're making right now if you're going to accomplish those. Our business opportunity is going to help you do that. I'm going to show you how you can do that through starting a business and letting me teach you how to do that. Okay, so it's going to cover income protection needs, what your life insurance needs are. We talked about that a little bit earlier as well. It's going to have everything. It's going to be a roadmap. It's kind of like if you were going to go to New York, right? We're in California right now. So if you were going to go to New York, what would you do? Well, you'd probably go to AAA. You get one of those triptychs and plan out the trip. Where are you going to stay? Where are you going to get gas? Where are you, and know exactly where to go. Because if you if you don't have a roadmap and know exactly where you're going, it's going to take a lot longer to get there, right? So if you have a roadmap, then it's going to be a lot easier to get there. You're not going to be stressed out as much. You're going to know, even though I'm not where I want to be right now, I'm moving in that direction. That's what this represents, okay? So everything we're going to be doing is going to be geared towards getting you from where you are right now to where you really want to be. That beach house, you know, all the things you want, and we're going to do that. So the plan, this is a part of it, and this is going to be the beginning part of it. The next part is we're going to talk about the business opportunity and how that's going to help you to get there. I'm going to show you how this works. Can you see how most people would need something like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, pretty much probably everybody you know needs
Yes.
something like this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's where the business opportunity lies. Virtually everybody in America is kind of where you guys are at. You're doing okay, but you don't really have a plan, and you really want it to make more money, and we're going to show you how you can do that. All right. So let's get started on doing that next. Okay. And I think we're going to do some great things for you guys. It'll be
Great.
awesome.
Great.
Sounds good.
I'm excited.
Okay, guys, getting firm commitments is an essential part of closing. One of the things that, if you focus on getting firm commitments when you're on appointments or when you're talking to people, you're going to really waste a lot less time. And you're going to get people to act much more quickly. And you're going to be more efficient, which means you're going to make more money in the time that you're spending. All right. So how do you do that? Let's assume that you're on an appointment and you're sitting with a client and you've gone through the presentation and you've actually gone all the way through and you've done the F&A input sheet, and now you're done and you're going to leave and go run the F&A and come back another day with all of the solutions, right? You might have closed a life sale already. You should have done that. But assume that you didn't close a life sale and you didn't close any business yet and you just finished it. What I would do, and what I used to do before I left somebody's house, is I would focus very intently on getting a very clear and firm commitment from the client, because it was my thought that if I couldn't get a firm and clear commitment from the client, I would not come back to visit this client, because there's no point to go through all the work of doing an F&A and all this research and all this work, spending an hour, 2 or 3 or 4 hours working on an F&A program for a client, and then come back and them say, sounds good, I want to think about it. That is not going to happen. So the way that you prevent that from happening is that you get very clear on the commitment with the client. So let's say I'm sitting down with Martin and Denise Flores, right? We've gone through the whole thing. We didn't close any business for whatever reason. They don't have their policies there. And so I couldn't really do that. So I put everything down and I look over to them. I say, hey, Denise and Martin, you told me that you guys, you wanted to, live at the beach someday. You want to send your kids to college and be able to pay for that. You want to travel more. You want to retire really well. You want to have less stress in your life. Denise, you were telling me that you don't want to work anymore, and you love for the fact that at some point that Martin could make more money and so that you could stay home with the children. And you have all these different goals and aspirations. And then we also discovered that based on your current level of income and your current career, accomplishing all these things is impossible, right? Is that right? And I'd get a comment, they'd say, yeah. I say, okay, well, when I come back, I'm going to come back with some solutions that are going to either completely or at least partially move you in that direction. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to happen. I am going to help you in a really dramatic fashion. All right, and I'm going to help you with your, protection. I'm going to help you with, hopefully we can do a loan for you. I don't know. If not, we're going to help you in another way. We're going to put together an investment strategy for you to accomplish, all of the goals you have financially. And then I'm going to talk to you about getting involved in our business. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to be spending a lot of time on this plan of yours. I'm probably going to spend, 4, 5, or 6 hours working on this and putting together just an awesome plan that helps you get exactly where you want to go, exactly where you told me you want to go, okay? So if I can do exactly what you want, if I can help you get where you want to go, can I get a commitment, a firm commitment from you tonight that you're going to implement each and every one of the strategies that help you move in the direction of the goals and dreams that you told me tonight? Can we look at each other, man to man, man to woman, and say, look, I'm going to do this stuff. I'm going to commit to putting together to implementing the plan that's going to get me where I want to go. I just want to know that, because I don't want to go and put all this energy back and then come back and you go and you tell me, this sounds really good, Hector, but I want to think about it, because there's no point in me going through that exercise if you're not committed to your financial future if you're not committed to doing the things that you need to do to move you closer to your goals and dreams. Because I'm going to work hard to do that. And there's the part that you have to do is you have to commit to doing that. Can I get your guys' commitment that when I come back, you're going to implement all of those things? And if I don't get a yes, I'm not coming back, okay? And if they say, well, Hector, I want to think about it, I'll look at it, well, I'll tell you when I get here. No, I'm asking you, if I do all these things that we've talked about tonight and I can help you move in that direction, what would there be to think about at that point? It's either yes, I'm going to do it, or no, I don't want to reach my goals and dreams. There's no in between. So I just want to know that I'm not wasting my time, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. If you're not committed to your future financially, then there's no point in us going any further. Can I get a commitment from you that you're going to say yes to everything that makes sense that night? To the loan, if I can show you how I can reduce your debt, if I can show you, well, we already know you need the protection, but I'm going to get your policy, and if I can improve upon your life insurance policy, can I assume you're going to say yes to that? And if I can show you an investment strategy and investments that will help you move where you want to go, can I assume you're going to go ahead and do all of those things? Can I get your commitment tonight? And then shut up and listen, right? Because they're either going to say yes or they're going to say, I want to think about it. Say, look, well, I need to know for sure. If they say, I can't make that commitment, I want to think, okay, well, great. I tell you what, I'll take this stuff. When you're ready to make a commitment to completely take care of your financial future, I am going to be more than happy to come back with your plan and help implement that plan. You can give me a call. Here's my card. I'd love to talk to you. Most of the time that's not going to happen, but I'm telling you, if I can't get their commitment, I'm not coming back. See, you can only get run around in Primerica if you let people run you around. If you're going to do a lot of work for somebody, you deserve to get compensated for that. And the bottom line is this: and I know that this plan is going to move them where they want to go. It's going to help them dramatically. And if you don't have the directness to tell them that, to tell them you're going to do that and let them know that they need to do this, then, you're not helping them. You're not helping them in any way, shape, or form. So you've got to make sure that you get a really, really firm commitment. And you can do it in a nice way, in smiling and just look. I would just tell people all the time, look, I'm in business, you're in business. When you work, you expect to get paid, right? When I work, I expect to get paid. I'm going to do a tremendous job for you, and I'm going to do everything I said I'm going to do. And if I can do that, all I'm saying is, are you going to go ahead? That's all, right? Because if you show up to work and you put in time and energy, you expect to get compensated, correct? I do too. That's all. Do you think that's fair? Well, great. Well, let's go ahead then. And that's what you need to do. Don't be afraid to ask for commitment. And a lot of you are hearing this right now, and you're going, I don't know if I can do that. And you're going to be afraid to get a commitment. And this is what's going to happen to you. You're going to get run around. You're going to have to go back 2 or 3 times, and it's going to be your own fault. And you're not helping them, and you're not helping yourself. And then what's going to happen is your wife or your husband's going to go, you're gone all the time. You're not getting any results. I think you should quit that Primerica thing. And that's your fault. You need to be direct. You need to ask for what you want. You need to get a commitment. You need to deliver on what you tell them you're going to deliver on. That's the key. If you deliver, it'll all work out. Believe me, okay? And if you can't deliver, you don't deserve the business. But if you can, you do. So get commitments. Make sure you always get a commitment, whether it's on an appointment. If you're sitting down with a potential recruit, you should get a commitment from that person as well. Or if you're calling people for an appointment, you get a commitment. Always be working at getting commitments. The key to getting what you want is asking directly for what you want. One of the next CDs is going to be overcoming all the objections, and the next CD is going to cover all of the information regarding how to do that. In conclusion regarding closing, guys, it's everything. If you're ever going to become wealthy, all right, if you're ever going to build a great business, and even if it's not Primerica, your ability to close, which means basically getting people to say yes to you, yes to your product, yes to your service, yes to your opportunity. That's what closing is, okay? Getting people to say yes. If you learn how to do that, there's no limits to what you can do. If you don't learn how to do that, everything's going to be difficult. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to be tough. So you might as well just learn how to do it because it's all technique. It's simply learning how to ask questions in the appropriate way. Once you learn it, you learn it forever. It's kind of like riding a bike. Folks, I've been doing this a long time. I haven't ridden a bike in, I don't know, maybe a year. I know for sure if I went out and there's a bike out there, I can get on that bike and ride it. I have no problem. I know that I can do that, okay? It's just like this stuff, okay? I've mastered it so well that I haven't really even been on an appointment for years, since 1992, 93. But I know it so well, it's like riding a bike. Once you've got it, you own it. You never have to relearn it again. You always know it when you really get it. And I promise you, it will help you become wealthy if that's what you want to do. It makes everything fun and exciting, and some of the things you're going to learn here are going to help you in your personal life too, I promise you, right? You know, just the idea of learning how to get what you want and ask for what you want makes every part of your life better. I promise you that, okay? So, good selling, good closing. Look forward to seeing you win big.
All right, guys, that was the presentation, and really, if you remember, the whole point of this presentation was to get them from where they were to wanting to do an F&A. You notice how I kept on referring how this was going to help them get where they wanted to go. This was going to do for them what they wanted. I was going to help them, you know, do that. I also referred to the business opportunity. How can you see how simple this is? How other people would want to do this? There's a huge market, and I'm setting that up as well. I also made a mention that, look, you have some pretty lofty goals and dreams, and in order for you to accomplish that, you know, this is going to be part of it, but you're going to also need to make more income. And so I'm going to show you how to do that as well, and we're going to talk about that next. So I set up the recruiting. So the whole point of this thing is not just to do the presentation and help them from a client standpoint, but also to help them accomplish their goals and dreams, which I know about because I asked about those in the initial, you know, kind of the discovery part of the presentation. So you find out what that is, and if they balk at the business part of it, I'm going to keep bringing them back to what they said they really wanted, and I'm going to remind them that they can't get there, they can't have that dream home, they can't travel, they can't put their kids through college. The F&A is going to really help me because the F&A is going to reveal to them where they really are, and how much you know help they really need, and how, you know, really if they have any chance of getting where they want to go, they're going to have to make more money. So it's going to be very easy if you tie the things together, the two together. It's going to be very easy to get them to see that they can get where they want to go through getting involved. And then I'm going to show them how simple it is, and I'm going to also give them some examples of other people we've helped, and you know, whatever they need to feel that. We'll do that in the next part of the presentation on the carryback. So don't be worried. Watch this over and over again. Get comfortable with the process. Get really comfortable with how I just ask questions. We're just talking. This isn't like some stiff interview thing. We want to make these people friends. I want them to feel like we're just friends, and I'm going to help them, and I'm going to help them get where they want to go. I want them to feel very warm, very comfortable, okay? That's the intention there. The more you can get the potential prospect to like you and trust you, the easier it is going to be for you to help them do what they need to do, all right? That's very important, that you just be normal, casual, and friendly with everybody you sit down with.